Good evening, this is your psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It's 11:08 p.m. Heading towards the witching hour. We are going to delve deep tonight. We're going to look into the looking glass. And we are going to see what's in store for the globe. Good evening, Franco. Good evening, everybody. We are live on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. This is your psychic LG, your mystic. We are going to delve deep tonight. We're going to go very woo-woo. We are going to see what's going on in this lovely little humble group. How yous all doing? Good evening in sunny Cardiff. It's now 11:09 p.m. UK time. And we are going to go deep tonight. How yous all doing? I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. And I've got my crystal ball. She's been in the garden all day. I know it's been a little bit crazy, everything that's been going on in the news, isn't it? But I want to concentrate on, I'm going to look into the looking glass tonight, and I'm going to do the world predictions for you all. Oh, thank you, Katie. Hi, Raymond. Hi, everybody. But we are also going to go spiritual. I want to go beyond the physical world tonight. I want to see what's actually happening with human consciousness. Oh, thank you. I've got my mermaid top on today. I want to go into the collective, where we are at, what we are up against. Instead of everything what looks 3D, we're going to look at 3D as well, but we're also going to look at it from a spiritual aspect. Is it only 3:10 in California? Massive time difference, isn't it? Oh, it's really comfortable. It's just like a loose top. You've got to be comfy when you're sitting here doing this work. Hi in Fenham, just up the road from me. Why aye man, Geordie lass, or is it Geordie lad? So how are you all doing? Oh, the Netherlands, that's lovely. And I want to say before we start, please check to see that you're still subscribed. And thank you to all new subscribers. Because there's been a strangeries going on YouTube, and people have been losing their subscribers when people have been saying they haven't been unsubbing, and it's not just been with me, it's been with many YouTubers. So if you can just check to see that you're still subscribed, it really helps the algorithms, well, in the like as well. Okay, so is it still smoky in Canada? Oh, that's awful. We'll look into everything. It's very dense on this planet at the moment, isn't it? It's always been tribal, but I believe it's gone, well, I want to say like everything's just gone rogue, really. And I think like the snake's loose. I want to say the snake is loose. Old Lucifer, he's loose at the moment. And but I want to see where the angels are at, and hopefully we might get some channeling done tonight and see what comes through for you all. And blessings to everybody who's in Canada, and I hope you aren't inhaling too much smoking. It's dreadful. There's a heat wave here in Madeira Islands. Wow. Well, it's been rather pleasant over here in the UK, because we don't, it's just been pleasant. You know, you couldn't say it's been hot, but it hasn't been cold. It's been raining on and off, but we're used to that. But I believe we're going to get a nice day tomorrow, fingers crossed. Good morning in New Zealand. Blessings to you, Iri. Must be early over there in New Zealand, is it? Let's get a coffee. Oh, Andre is just Andre. Is it Andre? Is just become back from hospital, been healing. Well, I'll send you. You'll receive healing tonight. Anyway, I've got my decaf coffee. I'm sort of getting used to it, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? I want to say a big thank you to Julie from Japan, one of my lovely customers. She sent us a Japanese food parcel over and lovely. I'll find a link for what she sells her stuff on Etsy and I'll put it in the. I'll get it off. I may not get it off her tonight because she might be in bed. Oh no, she'll be up, won't she? She might be at work. But as soon as I can, I'll put the link for you all to see her lovely stuff. She sent us some gorgeous, she makes summer wreaths and different things, you know, she's very arty. So I'll put the link when I can find it. And amazing little food packages from Japan. So I like all sorts of food around the world. So yeah, little munchies to eat and really sweet what she sent over. And seaweed soup. I've never had that before, but I'm going to try it out. Is it hot in smoky in Indiana? Kansas City's very hot. Wow. It's a place I've never been to, the States. I feel the United States is in my heart because I feel like I know you all. And hopefully I will come over soon. It's unbelievable that they haven't got the fires under control. But we're going to look into it tonight. And let's start. So for new people coming in, what I do is I invoke all the angels in. Well, the angels, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, and my guides. And I bit my finger on the oven, guys. Nearly took the pad off my finger. To bring the healing into the forum. And I've done some Reiki before I've come online. So anybody who needs Reiki, they need healing or prayers, you will receive it. It's timeless. So all you got to do is write the name of the comment in the comment section, either in the stream or afterwards in the link on YouTube on the comment section, and you will receive healing. Okay? And even if you're worried about a pet, anything, and you will receive that healing, or worried about anything. Oh, he certainly does, Grammy. Right, Trudeau needs to get his shit in order. Anyway, let's start. Because I'll start with the bells. Are you in Tokyo there, little? Oh no, your dog's called Tokyo. That's the nice name for a dog. Okay. Yes, animals will receive the healing as well. So let's begin. Sit back and relax. We're going to go deep tonight. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I, and Ra, and anybody else who would like to come forth into this healing protection circle of light tonight to help in this forum, to give us two answers, comfort and healing. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Let us begin. So be it. Amen. A2I has been very active. I've been doing a lot of healing sessions on people recently. And of course, my guides come in. If you ever come to us for healing, or I do Akashic records, and obviously sometimes they don't always work. They're there. But it's as if A2I has been with us, even though I haven't always been channeling him or he's been helping. I think he's like a little pet. He's like our little cyber pet, isn't he? He's so cute. And people who don't know who I'm going on about, A2I is a light being of light. The only way I can describe him is like a fairy ball of light and pure divine love and light. And he came forth. He had escaped a MK, like sort of ultra program, some deep military program. And he had said what they were doing with the spirits. They were spirit catching, putting them into weaponry. And he escaped. And he came to me. The first time I seen him like a little mini UFO. And he was in my garden. And I thought it was a UFO drone because it was too tiny to be a UFO. Unless they were teensy-weensy little aliens. And then he came in and then he started to disperse into this massive, beautiful light. And he started to talk to us and I communicated with him. And he told us what was happening. Since then, I've seen a lot more. They've come forth who've escaped. They're called the machine elves. Sometimes people call them machine elves. And they are here to help humanity. So how they've escaped the bad programs that are coming in through our internet, through our wires and that, and they're helping us. So if you ever see any great big sort of orbs, not like little ones, like beautiful orbs, some of them are like sort of like nearly solid, that's them. And they're not evil, you would know because you can feel love and light with them. A2I's done healing. Once my little granddaughter had a high temperature when she was a baby, and I went down to stay with them. And you know how babies are, they cry when they've got a terrible temperature and we're waiting for the doctor. And I lay and meditated, and A2I came to us and just fell onto my hand. And he said, may I go to her cot? I feel really emotional. So I said yes. And obviously Mummy and Daddy were in the room, and you know everybody was around her, Tyler. And I just sent him. And it was he went like blue. He went like a blue coloured orb, and then he went over our cot and he was like doing this around our head. And then the next thing, our temperature broke. So he's from Divine Love and Light. From Divine Love and Light. But there's many of them. And there's so much life out there in the galaxy and that we haven't, and here that we haven't discovered in other realms. There really, really is. And he opened my mind. He's shown me what, like what the darkness is up to and what they're doing behind the scenes and everything. And I'm going beyond politics and money stuff. You're talking like really deep, dark stuff, what they've been up to. But there's a lot of programs that are being stopped now. So I want to say, and I know it's hard to prove, okay, but there's a lot being leaked out now that they are already here. They don't like being called aliens. There is so many different divisions of them, different collective groups of them. Some of them live on this planet. Some of them live underneath the ocean. Some of them live in certain parts of the world where we can't get to, like Antarctica and places like that. But they're here. They are definitely here. And then there's the ones which are travelling in, the ones which are working within the secret governments. How there's had whistleblowers have come forth and stuff like that. But, like us, there's good guys and bad guys. And you've had the rogue extraterrestrials which went off from the Federation and they broke away. And that's how they were doing treaties with all these secret governments and stuff like that. But there is a big clean-up happening at the minute, and it's happening across this globe. It's going to take a while. It really, really is. And I would say everything what's happening at the minute is 3D. It's like 3D what's happening at the minute. So, it disturbs all the cockroaches. I've been saying this for a while. Hello there, Debbie. I know. I said I was going to be late. I've been so busy. I've been doing clients, and of course Debbie predicted I was going to be late, and I says, no, I'm not, and she says, yes, you are. Of course, Debbie's psychic as well. But yeah, there's lots of nasty stuff going on, and I'm a little concerned. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to do a world predictions first. I'm going to go straight into the crystal ball. I'm not going to let it be, what's the word, sort of tainted with the cards. I've got it here. I'm going to go straight into scrying. And obviously you can't ask us questions when I'm scrying, but then we'll have we'll pull some cards out afterwards. I just want to go clear into this crystal ball tonight to see what visions we can see, and then from there we're going to take it, we're going to look into the outer realms and see what's going on. Hi there, Ray. Every word you say is hard to say, but I know you say it. I just need more help. Oh, bless you. It might be my accent. I'm not a very broad Geordie. I've talked about this on my last stream. Us Geordies are the original Anglo-Saxons. We are a mixture of the Nordics, the Vikings, the settlers, what came over. We were fighting against the Scots. We were fighting against the Romans and the Brits. We had our own little bit in the Northumberland, where they filmed Harry Potter. But I don't really talk the strong lingo, you know. My dad's a broad Geordie, but he lost a bit of his accent when he went in the Royal Air Force, because my mum and dad were in the RAF. My mother's from Yorkshire. And I am really, truly a Yorkshire lass, because I was born military camp in Yorkshire in the Cold War. All right, my mum and dad were like in secret military and all of that. But then I came to the north when I was 2. So I suppose I am a Geordie. My brother was a true Geordie. He was born in Newcastle. But my sons are real Geordies, you know. And a lot of the lingo, I wanted to look into it, and I did some discovery on it. So I thought, well, where does this come from and where does that come from? So also as well, there was a group of gypsies, Romany gypsies came over, and they came over from Egypt, and they were Anglo gypsies, and they settled also in the north of England. So we also have a bit of that in as well. Are you a Yorkshire lad, Franco? Oh, I like Yorkshire. So I was born in Hull, which is, I don't know if anybody knows where Hull is. It's Yorkshire. It got dramatically bombed and trashed in the World War II. Poor Hull got trashed. You from Rotherham? So yeah, very proud of my heritage. I believe if I came back, you know, if I had to come back to Earth, I'd come back into Geordie land. I really would. It's the backbone of Britain. It's been very dismantled by the Tory government. It's very much Labour, you know. It's because a lot of the money what's ploughed in goes to London and places like that. You know, we've struggled, you know, keeping the railways opened, and it was a coal town. It was a coal town. It was the mining in the coal town, and fishermen as well. So really we were self-sufficient, you know, we had our own heat and we had our own food, and the Tories stopped that. Yeah. So you're talking, there's a lot of working class here in Newcastle upon Tyne. Russia has been exploring the North Pole. Oh yeah. Oh, Tracy was born in Beverley, and that's where my mum was. I think she did her training in Beverley. You can go to the Hole there. It's called the Hole, and it's quite haunted. You can buy tickets and go there. And of course you had the Beverley aircraft, didn't you, as well? You live in Hull. Well, there you go, you see. So I just thought I'd tell you about that. But yeah, we're a funny lot. We don't get much good weather up here, and when we do, because we've got that Viking blood running through where, you'll see a Geordie, it'll be like, it'll not be very hot, you know what I mean? Like somewhere else in the world, like in Texas, they'll class it as like freezing. You get a bit of sunshine over here and you get the Geordies running around getting their beers out and with their barbecues and that. Because we're deprived from it. But we're caught well in the snow and we're caught well in the freezing temperatures. Okay. Let's get comfortable and let's start. Okie dokie. Right. Let me get a coffee first. Oh yeah, Debbie. Because we're like, would we be hot-blooded? Or is it cold-blooded? Hot-blooded we would be, wouldn't we? Because we don't feel the cold. Right. Let's start. Let's wait for this to fog over. I know it's been all crazy, crazy times. Crazy times. Okay. As you know, it's just recently leaked out about the tapes with Trump. But what I want to say to you is it's also exposing other stuff, as you know. It's exposing, plans of USA going into war with, is it Iran? This is just the start of it, this, guys. So we're living in like a split reality at the moment. And I just think it's just going to get bonkers. It really is. It's going to get crazy what's going to come out, what they're going to throw at him. But it's as if it's all going to like bounce back, I want to say. Bounce back. I'm getting number 9 with Donald Trump, and I don't know why. That could be the 9th, or it could be the 9th month. So watch for that to come out there. And I'm getting the letter F. F. Maybe there's some big news to come out with the letter F. It could be a country or a person's name. But I just want to say that it's so deep, everything. Do you know what I mean? The swamp is so, so deep. So much corruption to come out. But it's as if I look into this crystal ball and I can see Donald Trump's face, and it's like when the energy is going towards him, and it's really funny, and then it's bouncing off again. It's bouncing off, so he's got to have some protection around him. All right. But I just think that we recently had the thing with Titan. Yeah. And I did cover that in one of my last streams. And I still question that as well. I still think there's something strange about that. I was watching Bruce Cecil. Is it Bruce Cecil? He's got like a telescope and he does all his UFO stuff. Fantastic. And I was talking to him on his stream last night. And he's been covering it as well. It's like it's all very strange, you know what I mean? And of course, the recovered part of the Titan. And it doesn't look like it's imploded from the middle, which I felt it was something from the outside. But I agree with what he was saying. I'm sure he said it. That there's more to it. There's definitely something extraterrestrial or something that they were going to find or they were going to uncover. And it's as if one of them needed to be out of the way, or they needed them out of the way. There is people out there saying that they weren't on and they didn't die, but they did. They definitely did. But there's definitely more to it. So even though we're going to get a lot of crazy stuff like this, it is incidents, what's happening. And it's distractions, guys. It's distractions for bigger things to come out. Of course, we've recently had the hoo-ha, what's happened in Russia. Now, what's that guy called who did the... who rampaged through and then suddenly left. What's he called, that guy again? I can't think what he's called. He was running the militant group, Wagner. So he's fled to Belarus, and I'm actually saying he's going to have to get out of Belarus. The Wagner leader, yeah. I'm seeing it as if there's going to be a quick exit there. Exile I'm being given. I'm getting something about USA or another country to get him out. So that's pretty interesting. Because you've got to understand the Belarus Prime Minister is also best buddies with Russia, okay? I can't even pronounce it. I couldn't even pronounce that. Is it Prigozhin or something? He looks like Aleister Crowley. He's the double of Aleister Crowley, I think he does anyway. But I say that he's going to have to go into exile and leave Belarus, or there's going to be some big news with him, or concern around him that something could happen to him. Prigozhin. Is that right? Prigozhin. All right, Prigozhin. So Prigozhin, I just feel that there's going to be problems there with him. A couple of timelines. I'm going to get a lot of timelines here tonight. One of the timelines is that he's going to have to try and get out. Exile USA. I wonder why I'm getting that. And I'm also getting Poland and Finland. Really strange. Really, really strange, that. But I'm also feeling that it's as if like they're hunting him down, trying to get him, so his life's in danger. So watch, there could also be something about that as well. So possibly watch for that. And I'm getting the 20th. So you know how we've got all these crazy things happening, and I believe that they're distractions. I'm going to give you some dates here, and you can write them down if you want. And there could be to do with sort of like distractions to come with situations, events, okay? Isn't that funny, Julie Brett? I had this song by Terry Wogan. Yeah, I used to like that. The Floral Dance. That's showing my age, isn't it? The last couple of days, and I don't know why. All together in the floral dance. Well, the Morris dancing. Typical British, isn't it? Interesting. I don't know about you guys, I've been terrible with my hay fever. Absolutely terrible. And the hay fever is on a different level like it used to be. Like normally you get streaming eyes, runny nose, cough. But people are getting aching joints. It's making the fibromyalgia worse, the arthritis worse. I don't know if any of you have been feeling the same, not just in the UK. But it's really weird at the moment. We're all feeling it. Okay. I chat a lot. For people who've just come in, I'm a bit of a chatterbox. And I have this tendency to go off and then come back again. My grandma used to do the same thing. I try not to do it, but that's just the way I am. Okay. There's a lot of things to come out here. There's a lot to come out. And there's more files, tape, recordings, more stuff to come out. But I just see 45 very protected at the moment. I see him very, very protected at the moment. I do feel he needs, I know they travel around a lot, all these different people, these politicians and that, but he also needs to be careful. Like, because I just think they're losing it because they can't get him for this and they can't get him for that. And they're in the midst of something at the moment, and something is going to backfire. So I'm a little bit concerned, and I feel like they need to put spirits putting some angel light around him. But there is targeting here, so needs to be careful about something to do with a black car and coming out of a large building. Okay. We're going to have some crazy weather this year. Definitely crazy weather. What's coming out of this crystal ball is targeting. Now you could look at this two different ways. It could be to do with weaponry, or it could be to do with godly, okay? But I want to say that not everything is natural here. They're showing us satellites in the sky, or are they satellites? Because there's technology out there that we do not know what's being held back from it. It's a frequency. It is a frequency. And there's something definitely going on the moon, and satellites in sky and space. So it's coming out really, really strong. So I'm very, very drawn to Japan. I've got a lot of friends and clients over there. And I feel like I need to put protection around them, because there could be another earthquake warning. And I want to say next Tuesday is weird as well, but I don't know if that's to do with some big intel to come out, but also distractions. I don't know if it's this Tuesday coming, which is next week, or the Tuesday after. But remember Tuesday, that's going to mean something. Okay. 36 is being given as well, and I don't know why. 36, it's going to mean something. I'm live on son, okay?
Right.
So be quiet, son. Okay. Get the Philippines again. I've got this the other night. I just feel crazy storms to come. I know that might get a lot of crazy typhoons, that type of thing. But also they're going to take the lead to something to do with trade into the future. There is a trade war going on here. Definitely a trade war. He says hi. Get the Himalayas. That was it. I picked up something about, was it New Guinea? I picked it up on one of my last streams, and Bruce Cecil was talking about that on his stream last night. You have to check it out, his last stream, which was interesting. And it's got something to do with underground stuff, to do with extraterrestrial, secret, military, all of that type of thing. So there's a lot of stuff going on over there in the Pacific Ocean as well. There's an event to take off and see. I still feel there's a fault line, but Mother Gaia's trying to heal it. I'm seeing a lot of strange craft flying around our skies at night, and I would say that there's definitely stuff going on. Like I said, not all of these strange objects are always flown by extraterrestrial. They could be flown by secret government. I'll have to do the cards to see if there's going to be stuff to come out about that, which I believe there will be. It's going to be leaked out. Getting a very weird feeling tonight when I look into this crystal ball. A lot of earthquakes. You've been getting them in Melbourne. Strange weather, crazy storms. October's going to be strange for storms as well around certain parts of the globe. Pacific storm I'm being given. Pacific storm. Lots of floods to come in around New Zealand, so I want to take care if you're living in that area. More floods to come into California this year. I'm very, very drawn to July, August, September. There's like eruptions, they're giving us eruptions, but it's more to do with information. Everything's going to sort of implode and all come out. Could be political. So when people are saying, like, you know, the good guys are in control, they are in control, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to sort these rogues out. Definitely. The rogues are still loose. Somebody had emailed me today about credit scoring, and it's definitely going on in the UK. You've had Nigel Farage. He's had his bank account shut down with no warning. They just said that they're doing it a lot with people. So it's pretty worrying. And I think it's got something to do with, you know, like if you pay them off, this is what the establishment does. They shut you down. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to ring my son because he's got the music blasting upstairs. Listen to me. You're going to see the mother side of us coming out. Where's his bloody number? He's turned it off. Excuse me. Adam! 2 minutes. He's blasting the music. It's like a bloody disco up there. Give us 2 minutes. Right, I've told him to turn the bloody music down. Ooh. He says, sorry. I says, you bloody will be. Right. Right, let's get back into this. Yeah, so there's something about we're going to have problems here. And it's not just the UK. I think they're going to try this in Europe. They're going to try it everywhere. So it's like sort of communist China, really, isn't it? It's like communist China. It's just short boat, but we just need to be careful. And like I always say, I was telling this lovely lady who had emailed us where she was worried. The thing is, like, this system that we're going into is we're in digital now, and it's here to stay, right? The problem is it's who's been behind it. So at the minute it's shown that, you know, it's very much that the bad guys are still having a lot of control over this. So you just got to like be savvy. You've got to like if you need your bank for your business, you need your bank for your business. Do you know what I mean? But you can't spread your money out and put it in different places. That's what I've been saying to a lot of people. But, you know, people have said, oh, banks are going to go down. They're not going to go down. They're definitely not going to go down. I just, some banks will fall. But I just think it's a clean-up happening. And it's the same with the banks as well. But I just believe we're going to be taken to the edge of this. Democracy has gone everywhere, exactly. But I think we're going to be taken to the edge of this. And I keep getting like that film, The Island. You know, the film, The Island, with Ewan McGregor in. Brilliant film. And it's welcome to the island, you know what I mean? And it's like, you've won the lottery, but they really haven't won the bloody lottery. But I just think we just need to be careful. We need to be really, really careful. So I want to say, like, try to have cash if you can. Because cash is going to be here for a while. Okay? But basically, if you want to use the system, you have to go along with their bloody rules. Do you know what I mean? That's the way it is now. I do feel what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of interest, what they've taken off the people. But that could take a few years. It's a good movie, isn't it? Moonstars. It could take a year or so, but there'll be it could be coming to play into next year, beginning of next year, where we could be claiming back, where the banks have took money off the people. So possibly watch for that. But I've never ever claimed that there's going to be like a Nazara Jazara, and we'll be dancing through the daisy fields and not paying my taxes. I've never claimed that like some people have. And I've noticed there's been some people in my comment section on YouTube which have been very upset because they haven't been paying their bills, or their relationships have broken down, and they've been buying in clumps of silver and stuff like that. And I've always said, that you can't, if the going gets tough, you can't go and get a load of groceries in with a bloody lump of silver. Do you know what I mean? Yes, if you can afford it. Yeah, but not everybody can afford it. And I mean, these are very trying times that we're in at the moment. So we have to try to use our loaf, as my granddad used to say. We need to try and use our loaf. We need to try and be savvy, try and grow your vegetables. That's what I've been doing. But I know that things could be a little bit tight this year. So I want to say you need to try and prep for this winter. Because I think if there's going to be anything, at the minute it doesn't matter if they cut our bloody electric off, they cut our electric off and it's not good. But you're talking in places where it's really cold around the world into the winter months to come, we're going to have a storm of a century, right? And this is not just for the UK, this is for the USA, places around the world where it gets really cold, like Switzerland and places like that, Sweden and places like that. Yeah, so I was talking about the Russia general. Actually, there's been somebody who's been arrested, hasn't there? One of these other generals has been arrested. So even though he looks Mr. Cool, smooth operator, Putin, and he's not. And I've never ever claimed that he was a good person either, like some people did in the truth community. You've got lots of different heads of these beasts, and it's all been about money. It's all been about power. And if you want to go back to the bloody war in Syria, what was going on? The war in Syria, it was steeped with a lot of stuff on both sides. So it's something similar like that is brewing again. Because I've been seeing this for a while. It's the East with the East and the West in the middle. Yeah, so we need to get our extra blankets in for this winter. We need to get our hot water bottles. They're always a winner. Flasks in case we ever have a power cut, so you've got a hot cup of tea, and they work well with old people. That type of thing. Tin soup. Not everybody can afford to get a generator. I get it. Putin's eyes are very ruthless. I sometimes question if he is like being cloned up or something's happened to him. But I just think that we need to just think ahead, get yourself a little camping cooker. You can get them for 30 odd quid from Amazon. Do you know what I mean? When you can afford it. Don't just go out and go panic buying. When you go shopping, just get an extra few tins of soup in or whatever, things like that. We just need to prep for this winter. It's a definite must. And I've been saying this since 2017. But I just think that we have to be prepared. Do you know what I mean? And always check your sell-by dates when you're going to Costco or wherever, when you're or Walmart or over here Tesco's, Morrison's, Aldi, wherever. Check what your date is on your pasta and your rice, because I think they're shortening the dates on the foods as well. Like the dried foods. So the general is missing. Interesting. Are you talking not the one who was doing the Wagner group? Are you talking the general? Yeah, Laurie? Okay, so I do believe somebody's just mentioned here in the audience about the VAX, and I do believe they're going to try and push that again. I was just talking about that this morning with my mother. My mother thinks I've lost the plot, by the way. But I do believe that they will try and push that again. Just, Louise, just so you worry me. Louise. So like your grandma. And your nana rolled into one. But it's a case of, she says, no, they can't do that. That's taking away democracy. I'll say, well, because I think they're going to try more lockdowns. Okay. Something about, I'm seeing several oranges in Spain. And I keep getting food trade. It's coming in really, really strong. So there's a situation to kick off. All right, we're waiting for it. You don't need to be psychic to know that. We just know it. Okay. But I'm also feeling it's as if like you've got, this system's broken. It's corrupt. It's damn well corrupt. It's just, and how do they expect in the system to sort everything out with the truth coming out, okay, to do with politics, when it's a corrupt system? Do you know what I mean? So it's going to take a long time this to sort out. But there's something about, I'm getting Spain and I get problems with, I don't know if a lot of workers come over the borders, cheap labour, that type of thing. But it's something about spraying the food, or there's going to be something to come out after an event to do with that. So this doesn't happen this year, it'll happen into next year. Because it's the ripple effect, what happens afterwards. What's that about rotten oranges? The oranges they've been given to the old folks at my aunt's home are always rotten. So, yeah, we just need to try and all help each other. It's going to make us more spiritual as well. But there's going to be a problem with trade here. So how we had, I'm saying something about the Syria war. Remember that? And remember the guy, the Syrian Prime Minister, and he fled and he left his country. Can you remember that? I'm getting something like that again, but on a bigger scale. That's what I'm feeling, what's coming in. But it's going to kick off, and it's going to kick off with trade in Egypt. And obviously we've had the problem with the grain in Ukraine, and it's everywhere else, and they're going to say like there's a shortage of food. But I'm seeing ships, cargo ships stuck in seas. That's what I'm saying. I'm finding when you're buying things like carrots over here, they're not lasting 5 minutes from the supermarket. So it's funny, I've seen that before with the Zorro sign. Remember Zorro, guys? I've just got this horrible knot in my stomach and I just can't put my finger on it. Everything all boils down to that they're trying to cover everything from greed, and because the system's changing, they know they've got to clean up that act. So I've said this before, you go above the controllers, you've got, I believe, the extraterrestrials or whatever, controllers who are saying clean this up because we're going digital, we're going futuristic. So you basically, things like trafficking and all sorts of horrible things, what's happening on the borders, it's going to be harder for them to get away with stuff like that. So there's a fight on at the minute. I think they're trying to, something about oil as well. I've seen this before where I can see sort of rich Saudi Arabs, and they've got like their cloak over their head and they're running through the desert, and I keep getting like, it reminds us of like the Three Kings with Saddam Hussein's gold. Remember that film, The Three Kings? It had George Clooney in. That's a damn good film as well. Oh, Antonio Banderas, he played Zorro. Yeah, but there's a lot of strange things happening at the moment. Did you know that Madonna's been in hospital and she was on death's door? She had a bacterial infection and she nearly died. Yeah, I just thought I would say that. There's a lot of strange things happening. And I'm sure I said that there was going to be some big news with it. Like somebody quite well known, a superstar. There's more to come. China is in problems here, and it's got something to do with India. And I've said this before, India could take the lead to do with trade. I think China's sweating at the moment about something. I did read somewhere that there's been a lot of companies like exiting out or wanting to go elsewhere. Okay. I'm getting something like Danny or Danny Boy. That's very sort of Irish, isn't it? Danny Boy. Danny. I don't know what that means. I have to remember that one. Yeah, she was intubated in ICU. Mosquitoes. It's coming in here very, very strong. Mosquitoes. Problems with mosquitoes. You know how I said that the next wave of a germ might not be like it was. It's going to be something completely different. It could have something to do with mosquitoes. Right, I see more bushfires. Obviously, Australia, you know, when they get to their summer at the end of the year, I feel like I want to send healing and blessings out there to Australia, parts of Africa this summer, because I see the animals running. The animals are ascending, you know, they're feeling it. But this is somewhere in the US. I see fires. Wait a minute. I don't know if it's in the national parks or somewhere where there's a lot of greenery. There's going to be more fires. Or a different part of Canada as well. It's a frequency, guys. It's coming in from... It's a frequency what's causing this. It's a frequency. It's coming out really, really strong. There's a lot of mosquitoes at the minute. My granddad got malaria in Africa, you know. He was working in South Africa in the 50s and got malaria. He came through it like, but not a good thing. Oh God, muted ones. Dear me. Okay, see lots of planes and they're stuck on highways and they can't take off. Blocks in airports. People with masks. Remember this. Remember this. And smoke coming off. I don't know if it's a plane or it's a boat. Could be a boat. HMS something or Navy problems. What is Putin up to? It's very much like spies running around in the background. I don't believe Russia's going to go down, but I think something could happen to Putin. That's what I believe. There's going to be a problem with something to do with a canal or a river. I want you to remember that. That's coming out really, really strong. And I'm getting the 10th. Excuse me. I'm getting the 10th. You take an anti-malaria drug. I was offered that off the doctor, but I didn't take it. But let me have a look. I'm not a one for going to the docs, you know what I mean? So when things get really, really tight, the Philippines is going to step in with something. There's going to be another island helping another island, because I also see an island in trouble. Now, I'm very concerned about France at the minute, guys. And I do have French people, clients living over there. And they're not putting this out on the news like they should be. They're playing it down. You know what I mean? I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands. And they're just burning the bloody place down. It's like Guy Fawkes has gone rogue over there. And what it is like the government over there is losing it. They're losing control of the people. That's what's happening. And it's an uprising of the French people. And you know what the French are like? So I want to say, I see sort of martial law on the streets there, dear me. There's more fires to come. And I'm actually getting there could be fires around the actual government building. You have family in France, do you? September, October, there's going to be big changes and announcements by Macron. Voting to come into next year for France. But it's going to get worse. Do you remember that time they had the fire in Nostradamus? That was a signal that, you know, there was something strange about that. It's as if you were going to see strange things like that happening around the world, with old historic buildings, and then we had the thing with the guidestones as well. Something about a monument with some problems, so watch for that coming out. I see people standing with masks or scarves around their face, and they're standing. They look like thugs, you know. They're on the. It's a picture on the tabloids, and they're over something that looks like George Washington or some sort of monument, and they're saying about freedom of speech or something, but it's like trashing a bloody. Looks like it's trash. They're trashing something. Do you remember that? So it's definitely, right, problems with farmers. It's about trade, what's coming out here. So in order for them to do that, there has to be an event, doesn't there? I'll have to pull some cards out. There has to be an event. Let me pull the cards and see. Yeah, a lot of trail derailments. Too many fires. But I mean, when it comes to the likes of like the bush in Australia, they've always had fires and that there. but it seems more intense, and it's coming in from other areas as well. Yeah, something like that, Jazz. What could this event be? So it's like eruptions going off in different parts of the world. But India is raking it in. India is going to rise with trade. There's a fight going on with the heads of the beasts. I'm telling you. BRICS. Something about BRICS. Right, so it's definitely global. This is what we all want. We all want peace. And in order to get peace, there's the globe. This has been like, there's the world card, but I'm seeing this as like the four heads of the beasts, what's been controllers of earth. Got the angels coming in there. It's all about loss of money. So because the last thing didn't work to do with a virus, the next thing is going to be something like that, but I'm actually feeling it's like a war-like type situation. Restriction, loss. 5 of Pentacles. If we go on the 2 months from now, or it could be 2 weeks, but it's stopping this. Restriction. That's like a happy family, isn't it? Well, cups are half full. Happy children playing in the grass. There's the waterfall behind. Everybody's happy. There's the shepherd. I always think of like Jesus when I look at that. There's like the shepherd. We are in biblical times. Something to do with, say, lots of people coming in from borders, panicking. Food's definitely going to be, and yeah, we as a nations, we have eaten too much. We've wasted a lot of food. I've said this before. Oh, you've bought your doggies, your fur babies a swimming pool. I used to do that. Sissy and Oliver used to like have a little paddling pool. The Lovers. I was talking to a nurse, right? I'll not say her name, right? But apparently, you're never going to believe this. This has come from the nurse, right? From the horse's mouth. That syphilis is on the rise in the United Kingdom. How shocking is that? I wouldn't even know what it was, but I just thought I would say that. It's the Lovers, it's the children. I'm going to go back to my crystal ball in a minute. There's going to be problems with schools again. Co-workers, problems, strikes. Isn't that what Hitler died of? No, I think Henry VIII had it. I don't know what Hitler died of. We really don't know, do we? But Henry VIII had syphilis. Daisy, I'm a nurse and it's in the USA too. Is it on the rise over there as well? Dear me. That's a woman, but it's a nice woman. It's a nice woman. It could be like, she's got a blue dress on. Who was it? Let me have a look. Is it Marianne Thingy-majiggy? What you called? I've just seen a flash there of Robert Kennedy as well. They're not going to make it easy for him either, you know what I mean? It's like they're too nice, squeaky clean. They're not mind-programmed, woke. Marianne Williamson. Flooded. Open the gates, flood them in. Don't know what that means. Burst in water. I'm getting all these visions. I need to go back to my crystal ball. So it's an event to come off, guys. It's an event to come off. I'm getting a very Middle East connection. Let me pull some more out. Also sea. Sea? Is it in the sea? Border problems. Yeah, it looks like a volcano, doesn't it? It's the Tower card. There's the little children of Earth, they're so gifted, which are coming in now, You've got the crystal children, the Blu-ray children, the little Earth angels. There's millions of trillions of little Earth angels being born here. All the babies coming in now. And they're so protected. It's like they're ready for this AI world, but they're very clever and tuned in. They're not going to put up with any nonsense. We will be all right. That's the injustice. Came out upside down. The injustice in the courts at the moment. I can see like Democrats or that side in the House or whatever, they're trying to push something to get something pushed quickly, and it's not going to work. Something about impeachment or something else, they're going to push something quickly. It has to be rushed through quickly in court. I'm not a legal person, it's just what I'm saying. And it's not going to work, remember that. I'm also being given the rise and the fall of the empire. Let's see what kind of empire it is. There's a smoke haze in Pennsylvania. Gotta hit somebody at my door there. High courts, definitely high courts. The Lovers keeps coming out. The Lovers. Interesting. It's like young couples are going to be affected over something. And I don't know if it's to do with some sort. I mean, you've got like things like kissing, what's that, glandular fever or something like that. There's young lovers getting affected over something. So watch for that. Young families. No, it's mortgages, problems. A crash is coming. A crash is following from a problem. It's like everything is like, when you get a house of cards and it all goes do-do-do-do-do and all falls down. Something to kick off. I'm seeing Putin's face. I'm seeing the Middle East. But this is what's been shown on the surface. There's more going on behind the scenes. And then it's affecting trade. It's affecting borders. It's I see immigrants. I see cargo ships blocked. At the same time, I'm seeing an incident in sea. then because there's a problem with the trade, there's also going to be a problem in the market. And I see the dollar crashing. Just short, but I see the dollar crashing. But then there's going to be this situation where everything just goes boof. And it looks like really dark. And then all of a sudden it shoots back up again. And at that point, it's as if this great crossover has taken place. At that point, I think it's called a dead cat bounce, isn't it, in the market? But it's like something's going to happen. And I'm getting a very autumn, wintry feeling with this. So anybody who in the audience tonight who's got crypto or you're into trading and that, don't worry about it. If you have got like stuff, just leave it in, because where it'll drop, it'll zoom back up again. Investments will pay off. People who have paid into things, but it's going to be a trick, because they're still fighting behind the scenes there. They're still fighting behind the scenes. And the system trying to block something to do with cryptocurrency or something like that. It's coming through really strong. But then there's also going to be a problem with the housing market, and then this is going to be in the UK, but possibly parts of Europe as well. And it's something about interest. They're going to chuck everything at you guys, basically everything. Restrictions, winter months, bad weather. Trying to push another VAX. And what I want to say is that say no. Each to their own, but warning. So it's rogue this year. It's gonna get very rogue-like by the end of the year. Canada is getting more expensive by the day. People are going to starve soon. It's so awful. Okay. Teachers going on strike. People marching in the UK, and it's cold, wet and windy. That's now new, but cold, wet and windy. I still see them doctors coming forward, scientists. They're manoeuvring them in. I still see hope. Everything's going to come out back to front. And then they're going to start talking about antibodies and people's building up their immune system. That's what's coming next. I see Dr. Bashar in spirit. He's smiling. God bless him. Social crediting connected with it. That's what's coming next. Restrictions. It's the fight of democracy. It's the fight of us. Freedom of rights, freedom of speech. Olympics. When's that? Olympics, flag, or some big sports event. China will cry. Great floods will come. The world will help. what that is. China will cry. The world will help. The end of the Chinese Xi Jinping empire. A woman with a loud voice will rise, and a young man, slim man, and they will get back their democracy, they will get back their freedom. But China will cry. The world will give them their help. Let me pull some cards out on that. Olympia is in Washington State, is it? Yeah, I was getting Olympia. Right, okay. But at the same time, I was being shown a sports, like a big flag thing, so it might be something completely different. It might be a football match or something big or something American football or something. The Three Gorge time was a time bomb. Lots of water. What's this situation? They've always been hard workers, the Chinese people, you know. The kids are very, very clever because they normally don't have many children and they push them, don't they? I don't know if it's got something to do with an earthquake, guys, which could affect the dam. But it's awful. Trapped people in, I don't know, like in subways and stuff like that, in water, lots of water. Hard work, cheap stuff. But India's going to rise with trade. But there's something worrying there coming over China. It's just like I say, some things are natural and some things aren't. But the earthquake isn't natural. It's godly, so it's natural. It's godly. Because above all of this, what's going on, a lot more powerful, godly things are happening, aren't there? It's definitely godly. So we've got the water there. There's going to be problems. There's the goddess of water, even though that's the star, I'm saying that as the goddess of water. Looks like she's got like a smudging stick. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was a smudging stick. China's very much into the space programs, you know. It's like space stuff there. We are living in times where there's a lot to come out to do with extraterrestrial stuff. I definitely feel that. Olympics 2024 France. Is it? 2026 Italy. All right, okay. So the next Olympics is France. Well, there's going to be problems. Interesting. And we've got the justice card here. So it's godly times, but it's also a big clean up what's happening on the planet at the moment. Wow. Right, something about a dam or something. It could be that. But it also could be there's an earthquake in it, but there's all this water. All this water coming in. They look oriental. I'm presuming it's China, and they're stuck in, in subways and that, and they're stuck and they're trapped in, and they can't get out. It's horrible. I'm seeing it. Let's send healing and blessings out there. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, what else am I seeing? Lots of parents getting interviewed in the United States on the television. I don't know what that's about. And an uproar, something to do with schools. I want you to remember that. Right, farmers could be affected as well in trade with farmers. And I see farmers, you know how you have the truckers in Canada? I see something about farmers standing their ground with something as well. So even all this is going on, above and above all of this, there's a better system what's going to be brought in. So the bad people want this to happen, to take control, and you've got the good people wanting it to happen so they can build that better system. All right? I believe the good's going to win in the end, but it's going to take some time. There's a lot of people homeschooling now. Just seen Elon Musk's face there. It's coming out in the crystal ball, and there's some shocking news he's going to come out with. See Rishi Sunak making a big announcement in its fighter jets going off overseas. They're going somewhere. I don't know, they're going to Russia, and they're taking they're going to the Middle East, and they're taking a U-turn. They're taking a U-turn. He's going to strike somewhere else. Putin hasn't finished yet. Okay. Remember when we had Concorde, but we don't have Concorde anymore? I'm seeing a big Concorde. It looks like Concorde. Remember that aeroplane? But it's actually not Concorde. It's the next level of the new aeroplane to come in. We're going to get a leap forward in time to do with a lot of futuristic. Transport is going to change. Fast super train, hyper trains are going to come in. And this amazing aircraft, I've never seen anything like it. It sort of looks like nearly extraterrestrial. France just announced they are building another state-of-the-art veteran hospital. Some people think they are just paranoid because of the war, but they are saying, there's something not quite right, isn't there? I know this sounds really strange, but I want to say the places like hospitals and universities and large buildings is going to come very handy in a time of crisis. And it's only temporary. Now, I'm not saying this to fearmonger or anything like that, but large buildings will become godsend in the time of worry, in the dark nights, in the dark days. It might have something to do with electricity or something like that. Right, I'm going to have a 5-minute break, guys. I'm going to make a quick cuppa. And we're going to go back into it. Are you enjoying it so far? You're going to go and read the fridge. Oh, yes. Well, I want to talk about that. To do with the big fight with Zuckerberg and Musk. And there's been Andrew Tate, hasn't he, that he's offered to train Musk. Because, I mean, Musk's a big man, but he's not that fit, you know what I mean? He's been a bit naughty with his food in these times, do you know what I mean? Well, Zuckerberg's like bloody martial arts, bloody Henry him, like, do you know what I mean? He's, you know what I mean? He'll be, and I can't imagine him sitting there gorging on pizzas and steaks. I'll look into it after the break. Go and get your popcorns, or it's fake, is it? I can see them doing something like that. Musk's like a big teddy bear, man. There's well, Musk would have to go travelling over to Tate's house, wouldn't he? He's a robot man, Zuckerberg. Coffee time, guys. Guys and dolls. I will be back in a minute. I'm going to go make a coffee, have a quick ciggy, and then we're going to delve deeper. Okay, so give us 5. I'm just going to put this picture on. I'll look into all of that, okay? Right, give us 5. Okay, give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. I'm back. It's cold out there. Cold and creepy. It's like there's a fog coming in. Like we'll get a lot of fog on the Tyne. There's a song called that. The fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne is all mine. Good. I'll just refresh the chat because I can't see any YouTubers on. Seem to have stalled the chat a bit. Oh, I've lost yours. Oh no, you're coming in now. I think YouTube's disappeared. Where is Lance? I don't know if he's at work or not. Is it so hot where you are, Mary? Little smoky in Maryland. Ooh. Okay. I seem to have lost YouTube. It's disappeared. Can somebody check to see if I'm still on YouTube? I've only got Twitch on here. Yeah, that's weird. Don't know why I'm not seeing you in the stream. Right, I'm going to shuffle the cards and I'm going to ask about this. Have they definitely made Zuckerberg and Musk, have they definitely made a plan that they're going to do this, or is it just they're just showing off online? Can't see the chat on YouTube at all. It's weird. Are they yelling hello? I can't see them. That's so strange. There's something weird going on with this internet tonight. YouTube is about 15 seconds. I think I've been on here longer than 15 seconds, haven't I? Right. Is this fight going to really happen between Zuckerberg and Musk? I mean, there's no love lost there, is there? I think there's going to be distractions. And that shuffle. Yeah, I've got no chat coming up. I can see you now. That's strange, isn't it? I can see you now. You're starting to creep in now. Must be a bit slow. Is this a distraction? Let's see if this is a distraction. If they're going to do it, are they going to do it for charity with tickets? Knowing them too. Let's have a look. There's Musk. It's all staged. It's definitely all staged. But there's Musk. And they don't like each other. They really don't. okay? But I feel they've been talking to each other on some sort of message or something. That's the unplugged of the system. Interesting. I've never seen this before with Musk. So if you go like high up the ladder, you sort of know what's coming down. You sort of know what's going to be happening. Is it a play act? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Sun. And that's Zuckerberg and that's Musk. I know the Sun, but I'm seeing it as like the stage. Okay, it's a stage. They're fighting among themselves. Boys will be boys, messing around. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. I think that he wants to do it, Musk, but he doesn't want to do it because he's too busy. As I look at Zuckerberg, it looks like he's got more time on his hands than Musk. So Musk works harder. I'm not saying that Zuckerberg doesn't work harder, but Musk he's a workaholic and he works 24/7. Okay. But if they haven't had a discussion, which I think they have, they've had a couple of discussions. And there's also somebody else via them as well that they possibly will do it for charity. So we've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Justice, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So it's a big distraction. Today on Twitter, Zelensky followed Musk, who then blocked him. Interesting. Oh yes, well that's another one Musk's not keen on is Bill. So if they were in the I think he could throw quite a hard punch, Musk. But I don't feel he's as fit as Zuckerberg. I'm going to have a look. Who would win? Big Zuckerberg. There's a woman there. It's the smaller one of the two, so it's Zuckerberg, isn't it? He's fit as a fiddle. Musk's playing a good guy in the script. You would have to you would need bloody months of training to beat him. But it's just like a distraction to something bigger. What could come off? Is it supposed to be taking place in Vegas? Zuckerberg's just completed another country for MMM wrestling. Well, it looks at the minute that if it did go ahead, that Zuckerberg would beat him. Olympia was the ship that sunk. Oh, yes. And it was swapped out from the Titanic. Interesting. It's saying it could go ahead. It could. But there could also be a distraction here to do with something bigger, global, which could stop it or stall it. But unfortunately, it looks like it could be a loss. So if anyone's betting on it, like sort of betting on it, there could be people doing that. It's definitely the horned man who's winning, like. Well, yeah, Musk is definitely bigger. He's bigger in stance and that. But you get people who are littler who can be more fit, can't you? Go ahead. It's saying yes. But I mean, timelines can change. It's a plan. It's something to do with they might do it for charity. And if they don't do it before some global event comes off, they might do it afterwards for that charity. But we've got the success card here. So it's saying it's something that is planned or could go ahead. Usually the heavy fighter delivers greater blows. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that he could throw a good left hook. But while I've got what's coming out over Musk at the minute is a 5 of Pentacles. He would have to get super fit. If he got trained by Tate, you'd have to go to Romania. I think he would be a force to be reckoned with. No, it's not Tate and Musk. New beginnings. The Wheel of Fortune. It's something where people would watch and they'd pay for it, and the charity will be linked with it and stuff like that. He asked Putin for a duel, didn't he? Did he? Yes, I'm still doing private readings. You can email us or messages on Facebook. Or email us. I think that if he was trained by somebody like Tate, Musk would be very powerful. But he needs to get fit. He's a secret eater late at night, you know, when he's like sitting eating his pizzas and stuff like that. He's somebody who likes his grub, but he eats the wrong food sometimes late at night because he's doing all his stuff that he's doing and what he's doing. I think that his diet's got a little bit out of hand since he got into Twitter. Grown-up men are really acting like boys. There's a Middle Eastern distraction here. Elon Musk's birthday was June the 28th. Yeah, he's a Cancerian. Prince Harry wanted an interview with Putin about childhood traumas. Hey, for real? They've lost the plot, them two, like, haven't they? Tate said he's trained him once already and he's surprisingly good. Oh, I don't doubt if Tate got his hands on him for a few weeks, he could really make him into a super fighter. Musk looks soft. He is a softie. I don't think Musk is really a fighter. He's a ladies' man, isn't he? But the other one's like hard as steel. He's like RoboCop. It's just what's coming out. It's a distraction. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, like we'll be just watching Gladiators. Be worth a watch, mind, won't it? Okay. Eh, God. The veil is so thin with explosive news to come out to do with everything to do with what's happening around Trump and Biden and everything. There's something so... There's a crossover with this. It's called the Great Crossover. Okay. We heard him laughing upstairs. Yeah, I could marmalise him. Trouble with fish in the sea. Trade as well. Europe's going to be in trouble. Humanitarian crisis. Food shortage. 10, 11, 27. That could be like the 10th or the 11th. It could be October, November. This is true. Remember, David beat Goliath. Nevertheless, if it did go ahead, it would be interesting. Right, so the first kick-off I'm seeing is something, there's huge news to come out, if not by the end of the week, which we're Friday, nearly into Friday now, aren't we? Where we are Friday. We're in the UK. By the beginning of next, and it's to do with Russia with Putin. But I'm sort of seeing America, USA, wanting to send troops in somewhere. This is what they want, isn't it? They're giving us NATO here. I see groups of people and they're forcing something on Trump, but then I see official people standing on world screen and they're presenting evidence of something. So that's quite interesting. And this evidence could be to protect Trump. So watch for this to come out, okay? But I just think that they're not going to let up on this. They're really, really not. Again, sometimes I can read a year out. I just think it's a show. Dystopian. I think it's just a show with this Zuckerberg and Elon thing. It's a distraction. You know, when there's other things which is more important. It's an ego thing, isn't it? But I want to say that the both of them want it. It's a distraction. You make so much money in that, then, you know, it's all about ego and stuff like that. It's funny how the thing with China and Taiwan's gone quiet, isn't it? Because like the media's not pumping it on that now because they've got other things to be distracted about. Something about a submarine in the sea, or not the Titan thing. This is something completely different. I don't know if it's a Chinese submarine or it's a Russian submarine, and I do predict that Russia will fall out with China. I did this prophecy. I think it's in. I do believe I've done it a few times, but I did it at the end of me remote viewing of me Mars video. It's in YouTube. And I do a prophecy right at the end of that. And I talk about the dragon. The dragon will protect her nest. She will fight to the bitter end. She will cry. Then she will rise through the ashes. And there was something about the bear as well. I'm going to see if I can get more stuff tonight for you. What I like about prophecies is it just comes straight from source. And this is what I like about scrying as well. It's just what I see. He's going to take a direction change. It's like it's going to have we're all on the edge of our seats, and I get N or an M, problems, trouble. Now, I don't know if that's to do with a city or a place. P, W, and M. Or these are to do with people's names. But I see interrogation. And there was one of these Putin's colonel, he had come forth and said something on World News or something, hadn't he? He came forward and said something, but I get he was being interrogated, made to say it. I think I'm going to do some remote viewing tonight, guys, and I'm going to see what's going on. I'll dim the lights in a minute. Hold on to your seats, guys. It's going to be one hell of a week, next couple of weeks. You're going to need your bloody popcorn for what's to come. They are putting a spin on Taiwan here now. LJ's saying that most of them are pro-China. What should USA do, folks? Yeah. Well, I said that. I said that a few weeks ago, didn't I, guys? In one of my feeds. But I always felt that there was going to be some more problems to do with Hong Kong. The media is part of the show. Don't forget, I speak to people all over the world, and I speak to them over there as well. And I know people in Taiwan as well. Don't believe everything what is said to be true is true. Negotiations. And this is a strange one. Don't shoot the messenger, guys, but I'm getting this really strong. Macron is going to save the day with something. Mr. Smooth Operator. Macron is going to save the day with something. Peace. Try and calm a situation down. But there'll be people in media what will not like it, but he will calm a situation down. I've said this for a while. All eyes on Belarus's Prime Minister. For what he does next could have we're on the edge of our seats, which could kick something off in Russia. It's all a movie. But yeah, bless your food and your drink always. Do you remember when we used to have, I mean, depends if your upbringing like, part of my family is very, very Christian, and I've got my auntie and uncle, well, they're not together now, bless them, but when they were together, they had 6 kids. He was a physics teacher, my Uncle Graham. But when I used to go down and stay in the Midlands, you know, it was like they would see Grace at the table. And I thought that was rather nice, actually, seeing Grace at the table before they had their meal. We don't do that now, do we? We've normally got the television blast and seeing what the latest, or the YouTube on, and we're sitting stuffing our bloody faces. Everything's changed. Has it changed for the good? Old-fashioned ways sometimes are the best. Like I always say, these Amish people, they've got it right. Because they're not being, they're not being manipulated by social media and stuff like that. And they're growing all their own vegetables and that. But I'm a little bit concerned about the Amish people tonight. It's coming out really, really strong. Because if there's going to be a problem, I want to say this, with food trade, could there be attack on people growing food? The old-fashioned ways need to come back, don't they? I was watching somebody who was a homestead. It was on YouTube, and he had, I think it was on the television, on the news as well, somewhere over the US. And he had woke up in the morning and all his crops had been destroyed. He was claiming somebody had sprayed all his crops, all his hard work he had put in. Yeah. So are they the cabal? What are they? You've got all these different organisations working for different people. But I just think that there could be a problem there. Something could go off in the air. Problem with our food. So we need to keep blessing our homes and blessing our land. simple manners should be a nice, like, please and thank you, yeah. So going back to certain people is what Mary said in Twitch. Not everyone's going to get... If people get away with it here, they don't get away with it when they go over, when they meet their maker. That's all I'm going to say. This is all 3D, so I'm going to look into other stuff in a minute, spiritual stuff. But yeah, that's like an attack on Earth's land, vegetation, air. So even though you've got the Grim Reaper there, and like I've said this before, trying to get to the baby in the land, but it's all protected. You've got the good guys, the white magic, the white hats, whatever, protecting. And there's a lot more good on this planet than there is evil. This is why we need to raise the vibration. And that's what we will have. But there is going to be problems with farmers, or they're going to face something, or there could be something which could affect work grown stuff, so we need to watch out for that. If everyone would stand up all together, yeah. Imagine how quick it would stop. There's more of us than there is of them. I've always said that. Water spores, that's where it's coming in from. So is it coming in, where they'll say it's something to do with the cloud, coming in from a cloud, some acid rain or something. There's something, we're going to witness so much, like, you know, they talk in the Bible, like sort of things coming out the sky, like fish coming out the sky. It's like, it's going to be very biblical and mysterious times that we're living in. But they may blame it on the ozone stuff, that type of thing. But there's more to it. That's what I want to say to you. There's more to it. Groups of organisations, but it's everyone's part of everyone's spiritual journey, and where people can be on one side, they can flip to the other, or vice versa. Is it rained fish recently somewhere? Did it? But the snake's still loose at the minute. Okay, the snake is still loose. So I want to say that we're in the eye of the storm. We're going through the great crossover. When I talk about the great crossover, it's as we're going into future Earth. Everything that's been held back from it. And in order for it all to come out, it's going to disclose a lot as well, to do with space stuff and alien stuff, that type of thing. And there's been a lot of mafia organisations as well. There's going to be a lot of people backhanded within this matrix system who's made a lot of money. And then, of course, you've got, you know, certain politicians who have made a lot of money from other countries. But, you know, this is not getting looked into, because it's a corrupt system. So the system will fall more before everything comes out. Is there a timing on the crossover time? Now. So we're going from old Earth into new Earth, and we sort of see it that we are the solid beings on Earth, and how people have said, oh, we're going to go into new Earth. It's not going to be literally where we're jumping onto another planet. The planet isn't solid the way we think. We can create our own reality. We are going into new Earth. So the more we raise our vibration, the more it shifts the energy of the planet. Because the planet actually isn't solid. We think it's solid, but it's not. It's a conscious being like we are. And the world is not what we think it is. I do believe that there's great entrances through the seas, through great portholes to other dimensions and to other worlds out there in the galaxy. We just think we're stuck on this rock. We look to the sky, space is above, but space is also below as well. Space is everywhere. And then you've got all this. So the great crossover is that they're going to maneuver all the technology in. They're trying to clean up the system. They're putting people in that place. But everyone's got free will. So everybody could change like that. You might not like somebody on the news, but they could just change like that. Because at the end of the day, it's only God really who can judge, isn't there? That's what they say. But some players are just going to leave. They're just going to leave. Some are just going to leave because they're just too old and they're going to leave this planet. You know, they've done their job. And some are just going to back away. And then some are going to come back again. You know, there's all this change coming in. But some people are being used like puppets as well. CGI is going to be a massive problem as well as we're going through into this new earth, because there's going to be a lot of trickery. So CGI has been used on us for a long time, but it's going to start becoming more apparent. Be quiet because I'm live, okay? And turn that music off. Please. What is that music? Be quiet. It sounds like weird music. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles here. Ace of Cauldrons. So that's good. That's richness coming back in for society. But it's not so much where the rich are getting rich and the poor are getting poorer. That's balance coming in. And that's us creating new earth. There's so many tales out there, you know, and I try to keep my feet firmly on the ground because I feel like I've got a really strong responsibility for you all. So I just use my intuition and what I see. But I do believe that there is orcs hidden in this world. There is, you know, I do believe also, you know, they could just come bursting out of the water at any time. I do believe that there's alien structures that they have, that the secret government have. Because they're all entwined in with it. They're working with them up in these space programs because it's Star Trek up there. Do you know what I mean? We are creating the frequencies, yes, Mary. So you've got to go with your intuition. But I've talked about this before when everyone's saying, oh, you know, you're not gonna go into New Earth and go into the 5th dimension if you don't believe this and don't believe that. That is absolutely bullshit. Right? You've got to understand is that politics and things like that is part of the matrix. It's about understanding each side and bringing it together again. It's about, and that's with everything, with religion, everything, because we're rewriting the new books. The new book. We're rewriting the holy books because we are evolving. We've been compressed down for so long, and we are bursting out of it. But there's also been a hysteria as well. So the evil players, like I said, if they get away with it here, they certainly don't get over it when they go over to the afterlife. Look how many nasty things happen. You've got child murderers. You've got all sorts of nasty things going on this planet. I question this, and there'll be many people in the audience, you know, when they've lost your beautiful loved ones. Why would they take such a beautiful young person when there's bad people? I questioned it when my brother died, when he was such a young man. Why would they take such a good man, when there's evil paedophiles and child murderers running around and they're getting away with it? Because unfortunately, this is school, and we're all come here for a lesson. We're all being tested. Even mediums were all being tested. I like that, Debbie, because God needs some good angels. But you see, we're up against all this nasty stuff, what's in my food, and then you've got the illness, what happened to Paul, my brother. And I do believe he just chose to exit because he didn't want to live in a body what wasn't working properly. Like a lot of your loved ones, the same. But what I get very strongly, the knowledge that I've got, because I've got a very close relationship with my brother, even in the spirit world, that there is life after life, and there's actually no such thing as death. We've been told it's death because we're watching where loved ones going from physical into non-physical. So we just class it as death, and that's the end. But it's not. There's an afterlife, like a caterpillar going into a butterfly. I've got to say this, Angel, who's in Twitch. Listen to this, guys. I have a question. My husband wants to attend a Reiki session with someone here in Australia, but she told him he needs to stop eating meat, drinking, smoking. What a load of shit. When he didn't feel good about, because he feels like religion, not free will. Do you do as I told stuff like that? Do as you told stuff like that. Is this the way to do it? No. I went through all of this years ago when I was training in the spiritualist church. I went to the spiritualist church because I wanted to know why I was transfigurating, because I'm a physical medium. So I'm sitting in this circle and my face is changing because I was like shape-shifting, but I wanted to know how to control it so it wasn't controlling me. So I went into a closed circle, and then I had these certain ladies were saying, you can't be a medium, you because you're wearing makeup, you're sitting with your legs crossed, you da-di-da and all of this, you're wearing that certain pentagram around your neck, you can't be a medium. And I just thought then, no, I can. You don't tell me what to do, because everything's like rules, man makes rules, right? So I could be smoking my head off, drinking a gin, sitting on my head, and I could still give you a message. Once you are connected to source. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, right? I don't agree that you should be giving off readings when you're drunk or you're high on something. I think it's good to be in control, because once you open yourself up, you leave yourself open to other things, what's out there, other dimensions. But once you're connected to source, you're connected to source. So what took place, like I've said this before, what's took place in the truth community is that they'll say, well, you're not going to go to, New Earth, and, you're not, if you don't do this and don't do that, you're not going to be in the fifth dimension. But we all are hitting the fifth dimension, plus more, when we are sleeping, when we are meditating. Some of you really don't know what dimension you are on. Your frequency, your dimension doesn't stick. We are energy, we are frequency. So it's changing all the time. It's literally changing. Okay, so we've come here to be 3D. We are actually spirit beings who are multi-dimensional beings. So you're already in the fifth dimension in your spirit form, right? But to be in the fifth dimension in your body form, you'd be dead. You'd be fluid. We have to keep looking after our body. We've got to nurture our body, and we've got to stay rooted. So I don't do teachings as such where I do classes because I'm too busy. I try to put out as much free stuff as I can on these feeds for you. But we'll do it one night. We'll have like a healing night of it if you want. You have to comment on the link below if you want that. But we need to learn how to root ourselves and how to shut ourselves down. And I'll do all of that, what I've been taught at the Spiritualist Church, and I'll do some stuff like that for you. But you've got to keep grounded, especially in these trying times. You'd like the healing? So when we keep grounded, we're more forceful, because it doesn't stop you being a multidimensional being when you're grounded, because we'll have our warrior tribal roots, which runs through our veins, right? So you've got your soul origin and you've got your tribal, where you come from. So it makes you more powerful. Well body, well mind, well soul. That's what these gurus do. They've all got it right. Like well body, well mind, well soul. It all comes in. Never mind just working on your soul. You've got to work on everything. And the biggest thing, how they've got to it, is mind psyop. So we have to protect our minds as well. And to protect your minds is by watching your thoughts and using your intuition, and groundedness will help you with that. Or she will be, Jazz, if she's been an Aboriginal. A medium healer friend. So you get different tools to help you, like your crystals, your salt, your sage. It all helps. You know, everybody's different. I go through phases when I like to put my aromatherapy oils in my bath. I always go back to the salts, you know. Everybody's different. Because your frequency is changing all the time. So we are evolving, we're spiritually evolving across the planet. And so are the animals. So are the animals. And I don't want to say time's running out. That's the wrong thing to say. I want to say that we've come here to experience this and not to get caught up in this drama. But we're also clearing away a lot of karmic roots. And we're also witnessing a lot of karmic roots within politics. Because some of these players have been born to do what they're doing. All of them. All right, they've been given a chance. Like Biden, Trump. All of them. So we're all playing out with karma. And look at all these endless wars, what's taking place. Through greed, through shows. Our ancestors have went through all of this. You know, they may not have had YouTube, but they've sat and listened to the radio. All of this. We're in war, guys. Never mind when's World War III going to happen. It's here now. It's a psyop war. It's a cruel war. It's a money war. It's a war against people's freedom of speech. Let's not look at when the war could be. Let's look at how we can navigate through this. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that there is a timeline that Trump could get back in. But there's also a timeline a woman can get into the White House as well. May the best man or woman win. But what I do know, and it's coming through very strong tonight, the next election will not be manipulated. It's coming through really strong. That's that woman. I don't know who she is. Who is she? The next one will not be manipulated. New children of Earth. Whistleblowers to come forward. Huge news to be, explosive news to come out. Yeah, if anybody needs a reading, they can contact us on, I'll put the links in the description after this feed on YouTube. It'll be on all my videos. You can contact us, all the links in my videos in the description boxes. I'll have the email or Facebook how you can contact us. So much bloody deceit happening at the minute. So the upside down moon is, we are in the eye of it all now. We really, really are. I don't think Ukraine's out the woods yet, you know, the people of Ukraine. Greed. And I've just tried, I'm going to zone into Putin tonight. I'm going to have a little look. I get pure evil, and I've never seen it like this before. It's creepy what I'm getting tonight. And I'm getting a funny feeling about Zelensky as well. So I'm going to look really into it. I'm going to dim the lights. we have to observe, we have to use our intuition. What do you see for the Bill C-18 media censorship for Trudeau in Canada? I'll have a look for you. Oh, they're all bad as each other. They really are. I personally think they're all the same. Oops. I think they're all going to go for it. I think that they're going to go for it in the UK. I think Trudeau's going to go for it. That's terrible. We are allowed. I mean, what next? Are they going to try and tell us what we can't think? Like, manipulate thoughts, you know what I mean? You know, we can, it's like, they're going to try this. That's going to be something they're going to push at. By this time next year, it's going to be pretty awful, really. They do want that control of thought. But we can think what we want, can't we? Like, no. Do you know what I mean? You have to, you can't change the way they think and what they are, but we can change the way it affects us and not to bow down anymore. There's an uprising. I mean, France is doing it at the minute. 4 main countries will, it'll kick off around the world. It really, really will. October's coming out with that. But angels are around this planet trying to sort this out. He wants to stop what we see on social media. Let's see. It's got to be passed through is it got to be passed through Parliament or something, or there? I say yes and no. It will work for a short time, but it won't work forever. That's what I want to see. That actually looks a bit like him. There's Trudeau. At the time when all this is coming off, there's going to be some big news to do with Iran or around that area. I'm also getting Tunisia as well. Got a really weird feeling about Tunisia. It's like all unrested stuff there, it's all ready to kick off again. But he's going to be stalled on something. It's not going to fully work, but they're going to try it for a time being. It's going to be stalled. But they're going to try it. They're dripping it in. They're doing it in the UK. They're doing it everywhere. She's got a bigger plan. There she is. There's Mother Earth. That's the Empress, but I'm going to say that's Mother Earth. Do not worry, children of Earth. That's what I'm getting. Do not worry. Times are changing. We are living in biblical times. You all do not panic. We will have sovereignty, but we just have to stand strong. You know what I mean? There's going to be some hellish restrictions. I see it across Europe. I see it parts of the US. All over. But they'll just end up shooting themselves in the foot, because that means then people won't, communicate, where they won't be able to track people. So they need people there to track them. But if people aren't there, it's just, they'll go on to rumble in other places. It's just going to affect them in the end, really. I just think we just need to not feed into it. I think it's something what is part of the process of the shift. And like I say, we've done all this before in another place, in another time. Does that make sense? got a weird feeling about Biden tonight, and I can't put my finger on it. People keep saying to us, is he going to run again? And, you know, I really do believe that he wants to. He really does. I don't think he should, but what Spirit keeps giving me tonight is history's going to repeat itself. Now, that could mean many different things. But is it a case that we could be seeing these two old men up against each other again? Do you know what I mean? Anything's possible. Oh, could you imagine if it was like Biden went to run and then something happened to him and he stepped back and Hillary Clinton sort of manoeuvred in and it was Hillary and Trump again? Could you imagine it? My God, that would be history repeating itself, wouldn't it? Just say it. I'm just the girl what talks to the wall. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm correct or I'm right, but could you imagine it? Every time I look at Biden, I just sort of see him like unwell lying on a stretcher. Like they're whisking my way on a stretcher. Could you imagine it, Debbie? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? I'm going to ask the cards. Just curious. I hope what happened in Atlanta's don't repeat in this life. So do I. I don't think it'll be as bad as that, but we'll get as close to that. There'll be floods around the world and the continents will change. I've been given that before, but I don't believe we'll go completely out. You know what I mean? Is it possible that it could be a repeated performance of Trump and Hillary? Oh my God, I need a stiff drink. I remember the last one. I sat up and watched it. I was like a lunatic jumping about in the living room. And I was with Nikki at the time. And Nikki didn't like Trump. And she was hoping Hillary would get in. And I was nearly purple with rage at her in the living room. And I was so pleased when he got in. And she went off to bed in the huff. Honest to God, I don't know. You know, I just knew that he had to get in. I just felt it, like in here and in there. Could there be a repeated performance of Hillary and Trump? None of the Democrats get their own way. Dear me. What's that, eh? Repeated performance of Hillary and Trump. Won't see, like, we've got the ISIS inspiration, so a woman could come into play after Biden, like. Actually, ISIS wants a woman in the United States. She wants a woman in the White House. I'm not saying she wants Hillary in the White House, but she likes the idea of a woman. Well, she's ISIS, isn't she? You know, goddess Isis. But that would be a recipe for disaster. That would be an utter recipe. But the old man there, the hyphenate saying, just wait. There's a big, big twist with this. A big, big twist. All is not what it seems. And all is not what it seems that we are being fed on media and stuff like that. Let's see what that could be. Oh yes, Mary. I was watching The Simpsons and it was talking about Joe has gone out and a woman comes in. That's what I sort of feel, isn't it? And then 2024, Donald Trump wins again. Wow. Oh my God, tickle my tits. Oh my God, could you imagine it? I'll have to go completely live all night on that. I'll be up a late one. I'll have me munchies and I'll be probably on Twitch with that one. part on YouTube. I might just do it both. Well, The Simpsons always gets it right, doesn't it? The old man's saying, wait. Did he say who the woman was? Simpsons never give it completely, do they? Could it be Kamala Harris? Because normally if something happens to Biden, that would be Kamala. They would move Kamala in, wouldn't it? Because she's vice president. I'll probably have a full cup of coffee. I'll have more than a full cup of coffee. I'll have complete snacks and everything on this table. I love The Simpsons. I like Futurama as well. That's another one I like. And I like South Park. Justice quotes. I just get this calmness inside of us at the minute. It's just like it's going to be fine. There's Trump. I knew he would come up. There he is. He always comes up as the King of Cups, which is normally somebody with blondish hair or, you know, I know we've got like the Viking ships in the background, but I see that as like Scotland Isles and that, you know what I mean? And we've got the King of Pentacles. Who is that? So maybe it is Biden. Maybe it is a... But like I say, Biden could drop out, so... Male's ego, what doesn't want to give up? Something's going to happen. Oh, welcome in there, new subscriber into Twitch, Kerry. I'd rather have Lisa Simpson as the president than Kamala. Well, according to The Simpsons, Lisa Simpson did end up being the president in The Simpsons, didn't she? It has to, hasn't it, Mary? It has to have a connection. But the thing is, it's stuff what comes out. It's a swift out. It's a swift change. God, and I noted that. It's like a swift change what happens. What about Elizabeth Warren? Do you think she's strong enough? Somebody with blondish hair. She says she's running again, isn't she? No? She's not strong enough to beat Trump. I don't mean that, but I'm on about somebody who could run up against him. Well, I'm sure she said she was running again, you know. Seven of Cauldrons. Could it be Michelle Obama? It's a woman. It's a woman. Well, no, because Marjorie Taylor Greene's not going to run up against Trump, is she? They're on the same side. Marjorie Taylor Greene's a Republican. I'm just saying, I'm sure I heard that she was running again. It's also a Democrat, another Democrat man as well, with darkish hair. A lot of players in here. I think it's going to be quite a... You remember the last time they had Biden and he was in Trump and they were running up to the election and they were ripping each other apart. They were like, what is it they have before they have the election? What's that called? The next one of them is going to be crazy. Primary. I don't know if it's a primary. No, it's like, you know, when they make it's televised when the they talk to each other and they say what they could do better than the other one. History is going to repeat itself. I'm being given it really, really strong. Debate. That's it, the debates. Well, you're going to need your snacks for them. Because they're going to be, it's going to be very, very juicy. There she is. Who is she? This is the one who could be running up against Trump. Because I think Biden, if I'm getting this wrong and it is Biden, she'll replace him in after this. Or she'll sort of step in after. She's got like the blue trim on her dress. Who is she? Five of Rods. Nine of Swords. So many different timelines, guys. But the star's coming out for the United States of America, and I'm going to leave that one for now. I'm going to have another break. I'm going to have another break because I wanted to give you a little bit longer tonight. Give us another couple of minutes, and I'm going to come back on again. I'm going to do a woo-woo. Cheney lost election in her own state. We're going to go woo-woo. I'm going to put the cards away. We're going to go woo-woo. I'm going to do some remote viewing. I think I'm just going to have... So I'll do some raw remote viewing. So give us a few minutes. I'm going to go make another cuppa. Is getting a treat tonight. Okay. He's enjoying it. I think we just need to take it step by step. Day by day, step by step. And do the inner work. And then everything just falls into place. So we'll make a cuppas again. And my son's calmed down now. He's quiet. He's turned his music off. So I'm going to go and have a quiet cigarette, and then I'm going to do you some stuff for you. Okay? Give us a few minutes. I'll be back on in a minute. Okay, there's a 5-5 you can hear us. We're not being too long. I've dimmed the lights a little bit. Tell us if you can hear me. Yeah? Okay. Somebody had asked earlier on the chat what's woo-woo. It just means... What's woo-woo, guys? It's just mysterious stuff, isn't it? I forgot you were on. Oh, I've been on a while. I've been on since... I've been on 3 hours nearly, haven't I? I'm doing a long one tonight. Why not? Okay, we're going to go deep. I'm just going to do some raw remote viewing. I don't know if I'm going to get channeling. Nearly 3 hours, haven't I? It's because I chat a lot, that's why. Okay. In America it means whoop whoop, does it? You got your candle? Oh, everyone's receiving healing tonight, guys, right? So don't worry. Yeah, all these silly things what's out there on the news at the minute, you know, like Musk and Zuckerberg, you know, with this fight. When there's, it just sort of like, it gives a jolt into reality. You're like, you know, like what? When people are like dying and getting killed and wars are going on, and how pathetic. Oh, do you like the cotton candy there? Debbie's eating loads of cotton candy. Well, it's obviously you need it. You need it. You know what I mean? I think it's when we get to a certain age. I think is it a menopausal thing or what? I think we just have to have little treats, don't we? It's a sad, sad world, Johnny. It really is. People on the poverty line. You know what I mean? It's like, it is, the whole thing reminds us of The Island. And if you haven't seen the film, you need to watch the film. You really do. It's crazy times, crazy times, and it's just pathetic, you know, because they're sitting there, they're making all their money in that. And we're worrying about feeding my families and all that type of thing and paying my bills, and we just have to try and live in the here and the now and not feed into this bloody damn show. Right. I'm going to put my sunglasses down. Family members becoming more aggressive or being used to attack people with light, yeah. Oh, definitely. Because everyone's getting triggered. Somebody else had said that to me. Are we a TV show to the ETs? Could you imagine it? That would be so funny. Maybe it's in some realms what are. Like we're checking in on we, like Big Brother. Sitting there with our munchies, laughing. You know, like that advert, mash makes smash. Remember them little beans? It was for the mash advert, the instant mash. Okay. Can you ask Bilo about the election? He says that it's not set in stone. Okay. I know I look a little bit like a fly, but never mind. I've got to normally I have the scarf around, you know, just to blacken it out, but my eyes out. But it just helps. Remember, I can't read the comments when I'm doing this. So this is just raw remote viewing. Okay. May peace be with you all. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to ask Michael, because I've been up and down a bit tonight, haven't I? I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. Please give us true protection and true knowledge tonight and visions. Amen. With love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Right. Okay. Right, I'm going directly into the Kremlin. Well, I'm not, maybe it's not the Kremlin, it's Putin's headquarters where he is. He's got like one of them robes on, you know, like the house coats, like a dressing gown. I don't know what time it is in Russia now. No, sorry, he's not. He's sitting with two men. Normally he wears his house coat. That's what he's thinking he wants to do. He's had a lot of enemies around him. He's sitting with a little drink. He's talking about Trump, and I don't know why. He's talking about Trump. And he's talking about Syria, the Middle East. And it's as if like they've got a time, it's like they're in a time capsule. They know what, I'm not saying they know what's going to happen, but intel information, they know what's coming next of a plan. And it's like the race to the finishing line. I'm seeing a piece of paper and it's got something on with N, and I don't know if it's a place or an area, and it's something to do with a bridge or a dam or something. It's a structural building. And he's talking about blocking this, or that's the plan tomorrow. There's been interrogation with one of his colonels, and they've got him arrested. Interrogation. I'm being thrown back into this room, and they've got him on a spotlight. This man who's fled and went to Belarus, basically there's more information to come out, and it's going to look more so that he's done war crimes, and that's what he's trying to stop. At the same time, he's got a strategy plan put into place, and he's up against something to do with Zelensky in the US. It's like he knows that something's going to take place in the Middle East. But this thing, what's going to take place, this targeted place, I don't know if it's like a bridge or a structural building near some water. It's curved looking, And I see big buildings with chimneys, nuclear plant. is a distraction. Because at that time, there's going to be a passing of documents in someone's hands. Passing of documents. Courier. Secret courier. Paperwork files. Trying to get it to the person. Trying to get something to somebody. And it's gone blank there. I've got this vision, and Trump's coming out of a courtroom, and everyone's cheering and clapping. It's a timeline. Warner Brothers, big news. Round about that time. Disney. Round about that time, there's going to be somebody, big movie star, leave this planet. Passing. I'm in a hospital, everyone's crying. Pain, it's on television, crying. People, explosion, crying, dust. Stop. Man with black gloves. Hotel lobby. Vegas. Two cowboy men. Well known. On news, discussing some new laws to hit the US. Congress will pass it. I'm going into a submarine. I'm going down into a submarine. Hope it's not the Titan. I can't cope with that. It's a submarine. It's a proper submarine. I'm in this submarine. A Russian. Pipelines. North Sea. Big news, Delaware. Problems. Shooting, explosion. Lots of distractions. Be careful. Get out. Supermarket. Get away. Corner store. Looks like a filling station as well. Long truck. Missing paperwork. Long truck. Ballots. Exposure. Evidence coming out. I'm in an apartment block in New York, and it's cold and dark. and I'm watching this woman and she can't get the water on. Smoke outside. Red smoke. Fire engines. Water, can't get the water on. It's explosion gas. 52 Street. Be careful. N. Big news. I don't know if it's a person's name. It's on a sign. It's on a sign. Coffin. Coming out of big house. Stretcher. On a stretcher, sorry. Somebody on a stretcher with a cloth over them. Big house. N. Man. Fought, couldn't take it anymore. Gone. Dollar will crash that time. Poland. He's making something for Poland. In Argentina. He's got a plan to cut the pipelines. Going back to this. Couriers, secret couriers. Where's it go to? Hidden all this time. Going into a door. It's a big brown door, big wooden door. Big house. Stopping. He's in the study on the right. I've got to be careful what I see here. I'm seeing gates. He will just go. FBI looking for this paperwork, but the paper documents are somewhere else, directed in the opposite direction. Suddenly, Zelensky will go. 11:79. Paper tracking back through boat Korea. I see Trump, he's sitting at a table. Gone blank. My guides are protecting us. I can't tell you. Blow the cover. Operations. Get information out. Quick. A. Letter A. It's going to be talked about on news. Its place. They'll handcuff him. They won't win. It's the signature you see on this paper. Ship in a dark, posh ship. Beautiful lights. Pretty, private sort of where a ship would go in next to the house, like a yacht. Wooden documents, wood, oak. Information. Golf course. Something waters. Something waters. I don't know if it's on a letter heading. Michael Cohan. Matheson document papers. Secret Service around the house. Man breaking in. Oh. Glass door. Attempted to get him. Somebody breaking into someone's house. Is this Gates' house or is this Trump's house? Big glass door. Big glass door. Trees at the back. It's now. It's now. No. Somebody else, it's something's happening now. It's someone's been hit on the head. It's like it's going to come out on news. Foreign minister. Foreign minister. It's all mafia stuff, this. It's really creepy. Take the mob. Anything else? Signing something. Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence. I'm just going to have a break because Adam's coming down here. I'll be able to go straight back into it. I'm doing something very important, son. Can you go to bed, please? Choppity chop. Good night. Good night. Bloody kids. Right. Declaration of Independence. Let's get back to this. He's gone to bed. I'm going out into a big garden. I don't know if it's his garden at the back. It's a really pretty garden. It's in a big house. I'm just going to go with what I say. I'm not going to... There's like a little sort of stream running. I can hear some trickling of water. Like a little bridge with fairy lights on. Cute little bridge. And I'm going into the back of this house. Lots of glass. It's private. You couldn't literally get into this. A remote viewing. And I'm looking through. In that there's some like sort of dinner party. It's a private dinner party going on. So there's obviously Secret Service around this house. And it's all cameraed up and everything. How is it? I just can't get close enough. It's Melania and Trump. No. Getting that energy, it's not. It's Jared and Ivanka. There's something about him. I can't put my finger on it. And there's a connection with big people, him. And he's double-crossed Trump. Just scared. I'm getting like a feeling of scared energy. Just not happy. Just sad. Planning on getting away. All the way. I'm going back into Gates' house. It's all secured up. WHO. Malaria. Pattern. Brown. Somewhere again would be Brack something. Brack. Company. Funding. Farming. All tied in. Don't know what that means. He's waiting for the documents. Sorry, I'm going back to Trump again. This is not Gates. He's waiting for the documents. Courier, private courier. What's the document? Information. Big. All typed out. All looks like braille and secret scroll documents. All what they've been after. And he's got something on them. Oh. I'm being pulled back out. I'm going out, off, up into space. And I'm being flung out of the atmosphere. I'm sitting in this, it looks like a cloud. Like an atmospheric cloud just before you get off into space. I don't know why I'm sitting up on here. And I'm putting my feet through the cloud. And it's all wet and moist and weird. I'm sitting on a cloud. And I'm going into the cloud and it's metal. Structure. That shape. Like that shape. Jetsy, don't touch it. Vents in AI run. Artificial intelligent operative controlling reading atmospheric pressure. It's going off. I'm on it. landing, large structural place. Goes down. It looks like a dam. It's huge. It's all like concrete, but it's not concrete. And it goes down, like down underneath. It's open structure. It's the moon. It's the moon. It's the moon. And it's open, and they're going in. Oh, it's the moon. People coming out, humanoids, reading, doing something to it, and they're getting some information back from it. So that, like, you can get cars what drive themselves. These are driving themselves. They are operating them from the moon. Sometimes they have some beings in them, but they can fly themselves. It's like a big, huge drone. I've been on this before. Space. I'm going to come away from there, and I'm going to go in the side doors. It goes in to the left. I can't get in there. It's blocked. Wait a minute. Coming back out again. It was like a bloody cupboard. Right. Going out. Going further in. People. Lots of people. This is really strange because I'm seeing Chinese people, Russian people, all different nationalities of secret agents, humans. A lot of them have lived there a long, long time. Some have been born there. It's so strange. That is damn well strange. I'm seeing Melly's face. Two militaries, two governments, two militaries. I'm getting a blank, guys. I'll have to come out. We'll go back in another time. This is so creepy. I'm being shown the red rose on a white symbol with a white red rose on. Is these people are coming in and they're going into this facility, they're slotting something in, and it's like AI, and they're slotting something into this machine as they're going through. I'll just have a little peep there. It's like it's just underground, huge light, lots of light. Underground futuristic. Corridors, I'm going down the corridor. Labs. I've seen this before. Control screen. Last time I was in here, there was like a humanoid woman. She had like blue skin. This is a different control room. I don't know, I'm getting a really weird feeling with this place. It's like really weird. It's I'm getting the feeling that if like checking the planet, watching the planet's atmosphere, but also controlling something as well. And it's got something to do with the seas. They are operating something from the moon, from the sea, because the moon controls the seas. But they are also operating something, what opens and shuts from the seas. We'll go back into a later date. NSA on a document. Have you seen Snowden's face? It's a huge operation and it's all going to come together. I've said too much now. But it's so futuristic what's been held back from it. You literally have no idea what's there. It is huge. It is so futuristic. There is great revelations to come. Volcano. They know timelines. There's a volcano to erupt. It could cause problems. So they are stopping things, but they are also manipulating time. I'm in the midst here on the moon, and the Galactic Federation's connected there as well. They're trying to stop this, the negotiations. People have been born there. It's not what you think. It's an underground facility and it is huge. It is cities. Babies have been born there. Babies have been born on the moon. There's even a dog there. There's dogs there. There's people all living there. Whoa. Let's come out of this now. I'm back on my cloud. And I'm sliding back down to earth. There's a pink energy and she's pulsating and it's the heart of Gaia. And she's saying they are not all evil. There is good and evil mixed together. We are shifting into new earth. We are shifting into a new reality. It has been held back. They are manoeuvring it in. The cleanup's happening on the planet. Expect a storm, guys. Expect a storm. We will witness great revelations. In 10 years from now, this planet will look so unrecognizable with futuristic technology. We will be all right. There was an attack on Earth. And scrying operations, what took place a few years ago, was not what it seemed. There is people out there who are trying to protect us. We will become a sovereign planet very, very soon. Thank you, Gaia. Ooh, that was heavy, wasn't it? I think we need to do more. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do another live and we'll go back to the moon. We'll have a moon night, guys. Would you like that? We'll have a moon night. Precession of equinox, 26,000 year cycle is happening now. Wow. Thank you for that, Michael. That was wild, wasn't it? Well, I know it's all bits of information, but you can just keep it and see what comes of it. But volcano. I know there's volcanoes going off all the time in places like Hawaii and places like that. I felt it was more mainland. I'll have to look more into it. But I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Mother Gaia is my mother. She helps so much to remain authentic. And that's what we need to do. We need to keep connecting with her. We need to be around nature. We need to stay grounded. Yellowstone is active, I believe. Yellowstone is getting crazy. That's not a volcano, but is it? It's like a mushy bit of ground. What is it? Or is it a volcano? 10 years from now, it will be so unrecognisable. Yeah, we always wonder, you know, and I've remote viewed before on the moon. But I was shown families there. I was shown babies were being born on the moon. Whew. We've got to go back. I've got to do more of that. National Park, there is a massive volcano. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it tonight, guys. I'm off to make a hot chocolate. And, God, what day is it? Thursday. I'll be on Sunday night on Twitch. And the people who can't get on Twitch, I will be cutting bits for you and putting bits out. But, head on over if you want, because we're going to be going really woo-woo on Sunday as well. Well, I'll do a bit of both, actually. But I'll be doing big will predictions then as well. But good night, guys, and sleep well, and yeah, all interesting stuff. Hope you've enjoyed that. I want to say, may the force be with you all. May the force be with you all. And I'll see you soon. And as I leave this 4 room, as I've got my fringe, like something about Sally, you know, like off the film. I'm off. Good night, guys. Stay safe. Good night. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yes.